Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trent here from GTM Fitness, and hopefully we don't have to cancel this video due to thunderstorms or noise distractions, but I thought I'd come out here today on the deck. Hopefully, preferably I would like to get a tan, but it looks like that's not going to happen. It's been overcast all week. But today I want to talk to you about why you're not reaching your weight loss goals. Why aren't you getting shredded, ripped, and chiseled, right? So we're gonna focus on dieting today. And obviously no calorie deficit, no weight loss, period. You can't argue the energy laws. If you're not giving your body a reason to tap into its fat stores, well, you're not gonna lose weight, as simple as that. But we're not gonna rant about the calorie deficit so much today. What I want to talk to you about is you need to think about your fitness and your training, dieting, and learn how to build sustainable habits so you can reach those goals, right? Because if you don't enjoy something, you're not going to be able to stick to it, okay? And we're going to focus on your eating today. We'll touch on training for fat loss in another video, although you should be strength training, and keeping the volume relatively low because you're in a calorie deficit. If you do too much, you're just going to increase the calorie deficit and accelerate even muscle loss on top of fat loss. And that's the main reason why people, once they hit their goal weight, if they're going too aggressively, they're not going to look the way they want to whenever they hit their goal weight, But that's a whole different video. So how are you going to endurably eat and maintain that calorie deficit for weight loss? Intermittent fasting, people. Intermittent fasting. And no, I do not think of fasting as some new breakthrough strategy that's going to make you ripped overnight, and not even talking about like the benefits in this video either. Think of intermittent fasting as your little trick to push your calories later into the day. So you can eat big and enjoyable meals, You want to be satisfied, especially when on a diet, If you can be full and stuffed while in a calorie deficit, that is going to last you into you reach your fitness goals and beyond, right? So intermittent fasting is my favorite tool to reach my calorie deficit. Here's a quick example. Last night, I actually ate a pound of ribs, a whole pound of barbecue ribs, and wow, they were fantastic. And I'm still leaning down very nicely to get all ripped for summer. Bam. All right, I'll keep you updated on that too. But I ate an entire pound of ribs, okay? So I actually fasted for 8 hours that day. And and no, I'm not saying you have to fast for 8 hours, but I'm going to touch on how I did that in a second. But so I saved all my calories. I enjoyed, I think, actually 3 cups of black coffee during my fast and a lot of water. And my first meal were those ribs. And they were about 960 calories, I think. And I always thought I always gave ribs like a bad rep, but I think they had like 23 grams of fat, 70 carbs, obviously from all that barbecue sauce, and I think like 60 grams of protein, so it was a pretty nice meal. I'm definitely going to start including more ribs in my diet probably. But anyway, so how do I slam down 1,000 calories of ribs and still hit my deficit for that day? Well, I saved all my calories later for that day. And I ate the ribs. On top of that, I still had potatoes. I even had some frozen yogurt ice cream, and I still hit my calorie deficit of, I'm shooting for about 2,400 calories. So yes, I still have a lot of calories to work with in my deficit. But the point is, if someone ate the majority of their calories earlier in the day, like breakfast and then lunch, they wouldn't really be able to do that for dinner. They would ruin their calorie deficit. So I use intermittent fasting to my advantage because I can focus on a lot of work in the morning and then enjoy myself in the evening. If you can reach your weight loss goals by, working hard in the day and eating enjoyable meals at night, even going out with your friends and family to your favorite restaurants, well, I think that's a habit you can adapt into your lifestyle and continue with it until you reach your weight loss goals. And yeah, people, sorry I say that. I want to be talking with you, not at you, because this is interesting stuff, you know. Eating is the most important part, basically, in your fitness journey. And you want to enjoy that, you know. Eating is a great thing, you know. You can use it with your, you know, what I'm trying to say, right? You know, you can use that as like a bonding experience with your friends and family, and or any social gathering, you know. And right, so my next point of the video is how to well, I fasted for 8 hours, right? And it goes perfectly along with putting your attention, pouring your efforts into another goal or hobby. So fitness kind of becomes like your second or third priority, right? And whoa, Trent, you know, why would you do that? Well, whenever you're always thinking about what you're going to eat next, hitting that new PR in the gym, that's whenever things can go wrong, actually, because it may become an obsession. Oh my gosh, I just felt rain. Okay, so anyway, it may become like an obsession. And if you mess up on your diet, if you mess up on your training, you may become stressed or frustrated, and it's going to create a bad spiral and downward spiral, and you know, you may fall off the wagon a little bit. And no one wants to do that. We want to stay on the wagon all the way to our goals. So here comes another car up the hill. So we'll have to pause for the noise to go away. Who's that? Is that the mailman? No? Okay. Alright. So, if you pour your attention into your career, new hobby or something like that, damn bug. Alright, so if you pour your attention to something else, you're not constantly thinking about hitting that calorie deficit. So that can eliminate your food cravings, or you know, or the stress or like mental block that whenever you hit the gym, you mess up lifting because you thought about it so much. I did that so many times. You know, whenever I was going for a new PR or something like that, I thought about it all day. I made sure my form was right, watching all these videos, and once I got into the gym, I messed up. You know, it's like, what happens? But whenever I started focusing on, you know, maybe writing articles for the blog, or another hobby of mine, and put fitness kind of in the background of my life, I started seeing the best results ever. You know, when it came time to eat, I thought about what I was eating right there, made sure it fit my calories and my deficit, and boom, ate it, enjoyed it, great. As soon as I hit the gym, that's the only time I look at the numbers I'm trying to hit, you know? And just whenever it falls into the background of your life, fantastic things happen. So to wrap up, conclude, because I'm starting to get rained on, and I don't want this video going on for too long. Use fasting to your advantage. You know, try it out. On the blog, you can read the definitive guide to intermittent fasting to get a head start, and you really like it because pushing all your calories back later into the day and enjoying big, satisfying meals is going to make hitting your calorie deficit so effortless, and you're going to enjoy it. And with an enjoyable habit, you're going to reach your goals. And try to lock in your fitness goals, create the big picture, and lock in your fitness goals, and then find something else to pursue. Maybe that's, you know, maybe self-improvement, public speaking, a new hobby like collecting art or something like that. You know, whatever you want to do, you know, just live your life how you want to, and look at fitness, have it fall into the background of your life. And I promise you, you will experience the best goals ever. And if you want, guys, to wrap up this video, if you want 20 more reasons as to why you're not getting ripped and shredded, you can go sign up for the GTM Fitness newsletter. And I'm not going to be pointing up here, up there, because I have to learn how to put those links in, right? But they're coming, I promise. In the description below, I'll point down there, you can sign up for the GTM Fitness newsletter, and you can learn 20 more reasons as to why you're not getting shredded. And some other great ebooks I send out on there, and I'll keep you updated. You can ask me anything. And alright guys, talk soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, don't be shy. Like and comment, and share this video with someone who may benefit from it. So alright guys, I'll talk soon.